Hello everybody, my name is Marlowe and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Survival here in 1.18, where in the last episode we built this starter house of ours, and a lot of you guys seem to really like this build. I got some great compliments from all of you and I really appreciate it. I'm glad you liked it because I honestly wasn't too sure any of you actually would, so I'm a little bit relieved you guys enjoy it too. I actually received one of my favourite compliments I've ever gotten about one of my Minecraft builds in the last episode, and that was from Mr. Frogger Gaming, and they said because of the quirky nature of this house, it reminded them of something from a Studio Ghibli film, which is the film company that makes a lot of the Hayao Miyazaki films, and they are beautiful. Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle, My Neighbor Totoro, you know the films, they are stunning and magical and fantasy-like. I love them, and I think that is now the style I'm going to be aiming towards when building across this mountainscape here. So yeah, that is my new inspiration. Thank you, Mr. Frogger, for the incredibly helpful and kind comment. So today, all I would really like to do is get myself situated a little bit better in this world, and by that I mean some diamond tools, diamond armor, maybe even a little bit of netherite if we head to the nether, which I'm aiming to do, and I would also like to get myself a Fortune 3 diamond pickaxe. That way I can go mining and get myself tons and tons of resources. So I'm pretty much just gonna be playing the start of the game here. That's my aim for today. Oh, and also building a giant bridge. But I am not going to be doing that with an iron axe. It's going to be made out of wood, this mega bridge, so I would at least like diamond and preferably an enchanted one. So the first thing I'm going to do today is see if I can get a little bit more XP to get up to 30 levels, and then we can do a diamond axe enchantment. Unfortunately, I don't have a good XP farm. In fact, I have no XP farm at all at the moment, so I'm having to scrounge together some levels this way, just by breeding animals, and I've got 5 iron smelting in a furnace over there. Hopefully that'll be enough. Not quite. We're so close. I could really do with an XP farm. Maybe that's something we can set up today if I'm lucky enough to find a spawner. Thankfully, we have some coal up here, which should be able to push me along the extra increment I need to get to level 30. There we go. At some point today, I'm also going to have to move all of my items up to my starter base and sort them all into chests. I never enjoy doing that. I've got a right mess down here, which is why I'm going to put it off till later. Hello, my friend. You shall be receiving a name today at some point in time, but for right now, we have an enchantment to do. So I'm honestly not too bothered what I get on this. Unbreaking 3 is like the main thing. If I can get efficiency 5 or 4, 5 would be remarkable. That would be great. Anything else is just an added bonus. No, that is absolutely fine. A work axe is all I need right now. How on earth did you get inside of here, my friend? I genuinely have no idea. My door was just open, so I'm guessing he's flown through that for some reason. Is there something up here you want? This flower? Would you like to get to this flower? Where are you trying to come through? There you go. Welcome to the storage room. Now you're trying to get back out. Well, I'm sorry, B, but you've gotten yourself stuck in here. I'm not letting you out. At least not just yet. You can keep me company for now. So, of course, I'll be putting this axe through its paces at some point in today's episode to gather all of the wood, allowing us to build the bridge, which is basically going to go right here, across this gap in the land. It's going to go from where I'm stood right now over to the other side, which is quite the stretch that we have to build across. So that's why we need the axe. However, I'm not going to be using it just yet. Instead, what I would like to focus on doing is getting myself that diamond pickaxe with a Fortune 3 enchantment. So what I'm going to do now is go mining in order to get myself more XP, to enchant a pickaxe, to do some more mining. Hopefully, while I'm down there, I managed to find an XP farm, which should speed up the process a little bit. So I'm approaching 30 levels, and I'm not really sure what to do, whether to head back up to the surface every time I get to 30 levels, or maybe wait till I'm at 33 just to cut down on the journey time. I think I might wait till level 33 because I've gotten to level 30 pretty quick here, and I've only just found this rather large cave, but still, I haven't been down here long. I found some diamonds, and I'm pretty sure they're going to push me over the edge to level 30, which is nice. Okay, I lied. There we go. There is another one. Awesome. Okay, there's the first 30 levels. I think I'm going to stay down here a little bit longer because I'm quite deep down now and I don't really want to go back up just yet. Hold up. Didn't they get rid of this block? I thought because of the new ore generation and coal being higher up and deep sleep being lower down that this wasn't a possibility. Maybe it is and it's just really rare. Regardless, I don't have a silk touch pickaxe and I need XP, so hopefully this isn't too uncommon of an occurrence. So I've reached exactly 33 levels and I've come to a dead end in this cave, which doesn't happen very often at all in 1.18, so I'm going to take that as a sign and head back up to the surface. Just as I was about to leave, I saw that. Smooth basalt, or at least I think so. It's kind of hard to tell from down here, but that obviously means we have an Amethyst Geode, and I currently don't have one that's super close by to home, so I'm just going to dig directly up from... Oh, this is the one I've already found. Darn. Okay, well, this is probably the one I have closest to home, so I guess this can be my spot for digging up. What are the chances? It would be extremely helpful if we could get a diamond pickaxe with Fortune 3 first time here without having to go back down to the mine. So on the preview we get efficiency 4. This could literally be anything, but here's to hoping. Yeah, another work pickaxe. Not the best, but it's okay. We got another go and maybe another one after we've smelted all of this stuff up. I only have a limited amount of diamonds, so I'm going to hit this with the grindstone and go again. I'm breaking 3 with efficiency 4. Okay, let's get some of this smelted up and hopefully, as I said, we should be able to get 3 more levels from it. Whilst all of this is cooking away, I guess I can be productive and use my time wisely to fill out my storage room here and move everything up to the top of the mountain. In that time, I've managed to label my storage. I haven't moved a single item up here. I've literally just picked these 16 things to go on display in the item frames. They pretty much just represent what's going to go inside all of them. I don't have much room in here, so at some point or another I'm going to have to move out, but for the meantime, I think this should be enough space. Please, please, please. Fortune 3. Yes! This is awesome! I am so very happy, and to celebrate my brand new shiny Fortune 3 pickaxe, I'm gonna go, as you may have guessed, mining. So I've been mining for about 20 seconds, and not only have I got an arrow in the eye, but I've also found something pretty cool. So it took me a while to find a cave in the first place without just plunging into the big hole we have near the village at our base. I thought I'd go somewhere a bit different, and I found this spot, which is quite close to the mountains. You can kind of see the snow up there. And I walked down this way, and from the arrow in the face, you can probably guess what I found. A skeleton spawner, which of course is the best spawner to find, especially in the early game. So maybe today, if we have time, I'm going to turn this into an XP farm, but I haven't looked inside the chest yet. So let's see what we got. Nothing of interest. That is perfectly fine. I'm more than happy with just a spawner. Well, there it is. We made it to episode 3 without dying, and now a creeper has taken my life. Thank goodness this is not hardcore and it's survival. Otherwise, the series would be over. But no, we get to respawn, and I now desperately have to find my items. Oh my goodness. It shouldn't be too bad, actually, because I recently went down into a new cave because I had to come back and drop all my items off and search again, so fingers crossed I should be able to find it. I actually went down the big hole. I'm pretty sure it should be through, yeah, okay, there's all my stuff, there's a bunch of skeletons ready to ruin my day. Let's grab all of what hopefully hasn't burnt in the lava. We got my pickaxe, that's like the #1 thing, as well as my diamonds. I think some of my armor might have broke, and we're actually going to have to dig into a wall a second, because I am going to die again otherwise. Whew, okay, this is exhilarating, this new caving. I know I said I love it earlier, but my goodness, it gets tense at times. Let's make a run for the rest of the stuff. Not that any of this is uber important, other than those emeralds really, and as well as my boots. I'm guessing my helmet died in the explosion, along with myself. Well, I'm a few diamonds short of being able to make a full suit of armor, which I apparently am in desperate need of, as well as a sword and a shovel, so I'll probably do some more mining off camera, but for right now, let's go and do something a bit different. And I think that's going to be to build the bridge, which, as I said, is going to require a whole lot of wood, so I'm going to take my diamond axe here, head to a dark oak forest biome, chop down approximately half of that, and I also need quite a lot of spruce wood too. After all of that tree chopping, I've refined all of the wood down into these separate items, which I think should be enough to make this bridge. So, let's go ahead and get started. Oh buddy, this is quite the bridge. It's definitely large, that's for sure. I really hope you guys like how this turned out. I am actually super happy with the finished product. We can't see it all that well from this point of view, but I do just want to mention that the railings here, they're a little bit weird in the fact that you can't really see over them at this height unless you do it. Whoa, hello, mega close up. Unless you do a jump, then you can see over. But the whole reason they're like that is because I am prioritizing the look of the bridge as opposed to the function. I could raise the floor up here. I could lower the railings down and allow you to actually see over pretty easily. I could always do this, I suppose, but as a builder, I don't really want to compromise on the look for something as small as that. So yeah, that's why we have some super high railings here, but it's okay. The whole purpose of this bridge really is to get me from point A to point B. Which, by the way, is going to lead me over to where I plan to set up my survival base. Just at the end of this mountain range here, we have a lot of enclosed sort of peaks, making this little area, which I think is going to be perfect to set up a survival base. I'm very, very excited to get started on that. However, what I'm planning is quite large, so it probably won't be for a few episodes still. I would just like to say that I was inspired to make this bridge from another bridge design I saw done by Nashcrafter. She made this great big wooden bridge that kind of has one large archway going similar to what I have here from peak to peak on the Imperial SMP, and I saw that build done a couple of months ago, and ever since then I've been wanting to create something similar. So although mine looks quite a bit different to hers, it still is the original inspiration, so I do just want to give a quick shout out to Nash for creating what a just wonderful bridge design that led me to create this. So thank you, Nash, and to all of you who want to go support her, I'm going to leave her channel link and more specifically the video where she built a bridge that inspired this one. Go check her out. As you can imagine, this build took a little while to complete, from gathering the resources to placing all of the blocks, and it's led me to run out of a lot of time. I'm quite busy this week, so I need to start wrapping this episode up soon, and that means there's some things I'm going to have to cut out of today's video, or not cut out, but just not start. Such as going to the nether. I don't think I'm going to have time for that today. I also wanted to do a little bit more mining to get some more diamonds. That's going to have to wait until next week as well. What I do have time for though is to get rid of this house, because as you can see at the start of this bridge here, it's just met with a pile of rock that has a house on top of, and to make this look good terraforming wise, I'm afraid the house is gonna have to go. At some point in time, I'm definitely going to have to make a snow farm of sorts. I know you can make them in approximately 5 seconds, but I want to wait until I can actually make a building surrounding it and everything like that. But the purpose of it is, I'm finding myself crafting loads of these snow blocks just to kind of fill in areas I have to terraform. I could use stone, but then I kind of have to wait for it to snow, for it to settle on top, otherwise it doesn't look all that good. By the way, behind this cobblestone is a waterfall that leads all the way down to the mountain and currently is going to make a great big mess because I haven't really messed with the pathing of it, and this is something I want to make look a little bit better at some point in time. Like I've just been saying, I don't have much time today to do much more work, but at some point in time my plan is for this little area under the bridge to terraform a nice waterfall down here, not this mess that we have at the moment, and maybe build like a tiny little house with some sort of water mill, kind of using the waterfall as a power source of some kind to make bread or something fun and small like that. So there's my little idea for what I want to do in this spot. Let me just take a... Oh, that hurts. I keep forgetting I don't have feather falling, but yeah, this is the spot. So what else do you guys think we could build underneath the bridge here, aside from a small house with a water wheel? But for right now, let's put that back, shall we? Although I don't have much time left to record this episode, I do still have a little bit of time, and what I'm going to do with that time is actually head over to the skeleton spawner we found earlier on in the video and turn it into an XP farm, because that is always something that's useful in the early game of Minecraft. Of course, a little bit later on in this series, we will be building a bigger and better XP farm, probably something like a gold farm in the Nether. Now comes for the tricky part of removing all of the blocks. I'm just waiting for a skeleton to jump out of that spawner and jump scare me. And I've just realized I haven't placed down the other water buckets. That's not really a great sign. Let's go ahead and get them in place. And the final 7 blocks, and then if I could just reach for that torch over there and then shut the room off, I believe that should be in total darkness. Now, this is just about as basic of a spawner that you can make. There is no high drop down because I don't have soul sand. There's no collection system. They're not even that far away from the spawner, honestly. All I'm going to do is sit here and smack the skeletons and pick up their drops along with their XP. And that is actually for a very good reason. Now, I have a secret to tell you guys, and that secret is, whilst I was searching around for new worlds, I of course found this one. That's how I got this seed, and I was looking under the mountain range here at all of the caves, seeing if there were any cool ones that I could build in and potentially make an underground cave base at some point in time. And in the process of doing that, I may or may not have found a double spawner. One skeleton, one zombie, right next to each other. So pretty much I'm banking on being able to find that at some point in time. I honestly have no idea specifically where it is, and I'm not about to go and look in spectator mode or even in replay mod. I want to find it by myself. Now, I do plan on doing quite a lot of caving in the next episode or in between episodes, so hopefully, if we're lucky, I can stumble across it. But I do know somewhere underneath my mountain that I'm going to be building in, there's a double spawner that I want to make into a better version of what we have here. But for the meantime, this will do nicely. So we're back up here atop the mountain, and I'm inside my starter base right in front of this pooch who needs a name. And I asked you guys for some suggestions in the last episode, and I got some really great ones, but there was one in particular that stood out to me as my favorite, and that was not N. I'm not sure why that says N, but it was in fact Clifford. As of course, this is the Caves and Cliffs update part 2. We are building in a cliff, I guess, or sort of on a cliff edge. This suggestion was from Thomas, so thank you, Thomas, for the great idea. I think it fits in perfectly. So there you go, Clifford. We can call you Cliff for short, or Ford, I guess, but I think I'll go with Cliff or Clifford. And we need to dye your collar because of course you can do that, so I'm going to make him grey because that is usually the color of a cliff, unless you're in Dover, I suppose. But yeah, there we go, Clifford, our dog, and isn't he just super adorable? So there we go, everybody. This is where we're going to have to end it off for today's episode. And my bridge is getting coated in snow. That's not really what I want. Gonna have to get some string on hand very, very shortly. But yes, thank you everybody so much for watching this episode. I really hope you did enjoy it. And hopefully next time we can get a little bit more done. I'm actually off work now for a couple of weeks over Christmas. So I'll have some more free time, which will be very nice. I cannot wait to just properly play this update. I feel like I haven't really had a spare moment just to really sit down and enjoy it myself without having to worry about recording and getting videos done in time. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope you guys are too, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.